People are always talking about the fact that I'm spending way too much time on online games. Well, between the 3rd and the 8th of September this year, I went a few days without playing them. Here's what happened. Day 1. You know what I realised? I realised that my Duke of Edinburgh Gold Residential was a lot like going on a quest. In a quest, you get a starting point. Here, it was no different. I arrived and met my fellow adventurers. But you see, they had usernames like Matt and Charlie. The usernames I was used to were normally like bunking_shorts and Celia/1299. They had all already met the minimum prerequisites. I did what I normally do before a quest. I drink up a strength potion to even out my stats. I just bullshit my way past leaders. Soon enough, we were off. We first stopped at the Port of Cows. That's cows with an E. The ports of my residential was somewhat similar to Port Sarum. There were green, ugly people not so far from the port and the odd drunk sailor. I longed to take out my dragon longsword and bash them. Then I realised this wasn't Gillinor. Later that night, my group cooked. I am a level 99 skill cape holder in cooking, so I was eager to help. Then I realised this wasn't Gillinor. But then again, the food was enchanting. Me enough so much that I cried. Apparently there were onions. Day 2. I was set in my routine. Today was doing menial tasks over and over and over again to get XP. See, same like an online game. Experience exists everywhere and it's invisible. Putting sales away, putting boys away, hoisting and snake pit jobs. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. We learned about man overboard safety procedures and rescued a dummy. Normally dummies have a noobs to combat practice on, but this was a first. Saving a dummy. Later, I and my fellow adventurers played a game which would almost put the Butcher of Common Games room to shame. Almost. It was called Bullshit and it was about lying. I did okay, if only we were playing for gold pieces today. If only it would have been way more serious. Day 3. This is all becoming more and more fun and realistic. We were close to being kidnapped by pirates, just like in the quest Pirate Island. Oh, and we saw Sea Monster too. It was like big and green. Oh, that's just my brain missing my computer. Today we saw our first real enemy. They came from the mist and pulled up next to us. They were another challenger ship. My fellow teammates and I pulled together, but alas, the rivals won in the race. Still, this is the beauty of the virtual world. You can always take try 2 or 2,390,8461! One of my fellow adventurers advanced in age level. He was now 22. There was no animation celebrating this. We had to settle for a cake and a drink. Boring. As said before, the magic of online games and real world is try 2 or 2,667,92! We faced our rivals again and this time we beat them. We should have swung across to the ship and raided them like in Pirates of the Caribbean Online, but we only found peppers and that would have just helped our vegan option. I also drove through attack, and my driving is apparently like a drunk driver's, and I've been in a drunk driver's car outside Gillinor. I also helped plot a journey at night. I was missing my night vision goggles, but luckily I didn't have to do any combat, no insect stung me. Day 6. Quest, residential complete. You see, I didn't think of any online games the whole time. All those 6 days. My name is Neil, and I'm no longer a gameaholic, but over the last few days I've learned new skills and realised something. I don't need a computer to enjoy life. I know what I've been doing wrong my whole life. I shouldn't waste it being a pixel-hugging skater in RuneScape. I should be a general on Warcraft. A dwarven general at that.